Hi, I'm Ree from mummyoffour.com. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is all about the things you need to take with you to prepare yourself for your first and subsequent trips potty training out of the house. So if you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Now, if you caught my last potty training video, which I shall pop up in the cards now, you will know that I massively recommend staying in the house for up to a week. Block off enough time that if you need it, you can stay in the house for up to a week. But there will come a time where you will need to go out. And these are the things you're going to need with you, not just for the first few days, but if I'm honest, for the first few weeks and months, just in case, because in my experience with my 4 children, they can kind of get it in the house, it clicks, and then they go out of the house, they're in somewhere exciting, soft play or something, and then it all goes out the window and we're dealing with accidents again. So this is kind of your kit, your kind of replacement for your nappy bag, which is like your potty training emergency bag that you take with you everywhere you go until they have not been having accidents for a good while. The first thing I want to talk about is pants. So in the house, as I've said, I recommend using like normal kind of knickers and pants, the kind like cotton knickers and pants that grown-ups would wear. So if they are wet, they can feel that they are wet. So avoid pull-ups and all those kind of other things while you're in the house initially, just so they can get the hang of it. Because anything that feels like a nappy, they're going to do what they do in a nappy, which is wee and poop. However, when you're out, you probably want a little bit of backup in your corner. Now I've got a few different options. Obviously there's like the traditional kind of pull-ups, like the disposable ones that you can buy, but my little ones were in cloth nappies as opposed to disposables, so therefore I've got the kind of reusable pull-ups, if you like, and I've got a few options of those. Even if you weren't using cloth nappies, I would recommend using these kind of reusable pull-ups because they just feel more like underwear. So these are probably my favourites. These are from JoJo, and they come in a pack of 2. They have plain colours and they have different boys' colours. These are the ones that kind of the girly pattern colours that I got. I bought these ages ago for Bella, so I already had these from my third child, first daughter, ready to use for my 4th child, second daughter. Is that right? These feel a lot like normal knickers, but they've got this kind of, I mean, you can't see it. This bit is like an absorbent core. Now this is not going to hold a flood of wee-wee, but it will catch a bit of a trickle or a drip and stop it becoming a huge flood. So while we're going out and about, initially at least, I'm going to be using some of these. So if she's going to be wearing some, we also need spare ones for accidents. A couple of other options that I've got. These are by Bambino Mio, which is a cloth nappy company. These are quite pretty, they've got fairies on them. And then this bit is absorbent inside. Or these, which I can't remember exactly where I got these from. They might have been TJ's cloth nappies. I bought these ages ago. These are like a more heavy duty, these feel a lot more like the cloth nappies would have felt. That bit's a lot thicker, they will hold a lot more. So those are the kind of options, but I'm definitely going to be packing a few pairs of these for our first trips out. The next thing I'm going to be packing, as well as spare knickers and pants, is actual clothing. Now, what I will be doing is packing in the bag, as I'm hoping we're not going to have millions of accidents, and I'm hoping this stuff is just going to kind of stay in my car. So I'll be packing dresses that I don't especially want her to wear at the moment, dresses that are perhaps a little too big, that were hand-me-downs from her sister she's not quite grown into yet, or dresses like it's summer at the moment, so I don't need her to wear that for a while. So if I pack a few of these away in the car, they will do her to get her home if it's an emergency. but I won't miss them out of her wardrobe either if they just stay in the car and remain unused for ages. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I use sort of plastic, these are cosmetic cases or pencil cases. I've got all different various sizes of them to section off my bags. I like it because I can grab different things and move them from one bag to another. Things don't get messy, they don't get kind of mucked up or sludged by other things in the bag, and it just makes things super organized and easy to grab. What I will be doing is packing up an entire outfit with a dress, also socks. Do not forget socks, because if they wheel down their legs, the socks are going to be wet. So I pack up the whole dress, outfit and knickers. I now know if we're out and about and she has an accident, I've got a complete outfit, so she will be kitted out head to toe enough to get her home. Often when you're out and about with your toddler and they are newly potty trained, they're going to need a wee or a poo, and you're not going to have a toilet anywhere in sight. So the solution for this is a Potette. Ta-da! Now this is a 2-in-1 travel potty and toilet seat. I've actually got two, mainly because I had this one for my son. His favourite colour was blue, so I bought a blue one. Then Bella just wouldn't use it, so I bought her a pink one, which she loved and was quite happy to use. And then a friend of mine suggested that I turn the blue one into a frozen one with frozen stickers, which I did, and then she actually loved this one as well. So I've got two. I guess I'll leave one in my car, one in my husband's car, which makes sense. These basically work like a toilet seat like this, so that just goes onto the toilet, so your child sits on it, so they're not falling down if it's a big adult toilet. I use toilet seats for Zara at home, so she's kind of familiar with that, and also if the toilet is like a bit icky wherever you are, then this works quite well. It's also taking a level of familiarity from place to place, which makes you more likely to want to use it. The other way you can use the Potette is like this. You clunk it and you've got somewhere for them to do their business. Now obviously you need something to catch it. Now these are the bags that come with the Potette, and the idea is you put this into the potty like so and hook it round in order to use the potty. Now the only problem with that is this little absorbent bit, I don't know if you can see, is quite small. So rather than buying refills, which you could do directly from Potty, this is what I do. I quite simply use a maxi pad, or ideally a maternity towel, because those things are huge and super absorbent, and then I put that into the bottom of just a normal supermarket carrier bag. I know we're all trying to use these a lot less, but I would imagine you have some around your house, probably under the sink in a big stash, that need using up. Now I know this isn't ideal, my children were in cloth nappies, so it seems a little bit counterintuitive to then use these that are disposable for potty training, but these are literally for emergency situations, so I'm hoping not to have to use them very much. So quite simply, I've got the two maternity towels in the bottom of there. That goes into the potty. It fits around the feet like that with the handles. So then they do their business in there, and then you can tie it up and throw it away. So fingers crossed you won't need this very much, but there have been times when my children have said, I need a wee right now, and I've had to pull over and I've had to do this at the side of the road. So what I actually do is store the potty in the car like this, ready to go, like so. So by taking it out like that, it is literally ready to wee on. So I am using this double zip wet and dry bag that I had for cloth nappies to take my Potette and potty emergency kit with me. So in the main compartment I am storing the Potette. That's because this has actually got a waterproof lining, so if there's any ickiness it can be stored back in there, and then I can wash the whole thing when I get home. In the front pouch, I have got cheeky wipes, which are cloth baby wipes. I've got a whole video on cloth baby wipes, which I shall pop in the cards up here now. If obviously you can use disposable baby wipes if that's what you prefer, but I think these are fantastic. I will be taking them out dry, and because in here, in this little kit, I have got some water along with a couple of drops of lavender essential oil in there, and that is how I would then wet up one of the wipes if I need to clean up any icky, sticky poop or whatever it might be. Also in this little kit I have got antibac, because if you are at the side of the road dealing with poop, then you will not have anywhere to wash your hands effectively, and you'll be grateful for this. I have got some lemon essential oil for basically covering up smells of poop if poop occurs in, say, the car. Tea tree essential oil also works really well. It's something I always carried with me when I was doing cloth nappies. Just a couple of drops of that will freshen the place up until you can get rid of all the smell. And then I guess I don't really need this anymore. This is just in the kit from before. This is my CJ's Bottom Butter, which is an amazing nappy cream, and my dipper base for when she has any rashes. But I guess I might still carry this around because she's prone to having kind of rashes on her legs and things, sort of a little bit of eczema, so perhaps that can stay in my kit. All of this stuff, yes, you guessed it, lives in this, which is a little pencil case, just to keep everything separate from the rest of the bag. It means all this stuff is kept in one place together, and if any of it leaks, it won't bleh all over all my other stuff. The last thing in my little kit is I've got some diluted Zoflora, which I can use to clean up any surfaces that have been affected by, say, wee-wee. Another thing you might want to include would be either a microfibre cloth for wiping up excessive amounts of, say, wee-wee, or if you've got a lot of these lying around like I have from when your little ones were sicky babies, muslin cloths are also great and super absorbent for wiping up accidents. So just to recap now, in this double zip wet bag, we've got the Potette in here ready to go. Also the little kit, the wipes of your choice, and the cloths, as well as I'm also adding some wet bags, which are great for transporting home wet, yucky clothes. The other consideration when you're heading out and about is for your car seat, as in protecting it from the worst of an accident. Now you can use a few different options here. You can actually buy the puppy pads or maternity pads that are disposable, and you can lay down in the base of the car seat to catch the worst. There's nothing worse than having a soaking wet car seat that you've got to take in to the house and strip down, and then you can't go anywhere at all because you have your car seat until it's back. So you can put down a puppy pad, which is disposable, or one of those pads that they give you after you give birth and you're bleeding everywhere, you know, the big disposable things. Or you can do like I've done. I have got a washable absorbent pad that sits in the base of her car seat. Another option would just to be use a towel with some sort of carrier bag or plastic lining underneath to stop the wee going through the towel into the seat. But the main thing to remember while you're potty training out and about is to get your child to wee before you leave the house, to stop frequently and remind them, because even if they've been amazingly good at reminding you when they need a wee in the house, chances are when they go out and they're distracted, they're gonna forget. So keep up the reminding. Think back to day one of, you know, every 20 minutes, half an hour of time to try for a wee, time to try for a wee. And they're not going to want to because they're going to be busy and excited, but just keep putting them on the potty, putting them on the toilet while you're out and about, same as you did right at the beginning of potty training in the house. So I hope that has been helpful, and I wish you all the luck in the world with taking your little one out and about potty training, and I hope that it goes really well for you. Let me know in the comments when you're planning your first trip out, or if your first trips have already occurred, how well they're going. Let me know if there's anything that you take out and about with you to make potty training easier that I may have missed. I would love to hear all about that too. So yes, if you've liked this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Do not forget to leave me a comment. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 PM. There's a lot of hitting, isn't there? So thank you so much. I will see you very soon in the next video, which is over here actually. My latest video is just over here if you want to check that out. And there are more potty training tips and tricks and things all down here. So I'll see you guys so soon. Bye.